Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. I look like this because let me tell you what happened last night. So, Michael was out of town and we had a storm in Birmingham. I go to sleep about 10:15. The kids are all asleep. And at like 11:45, I reach over to the other side of the bed to get the remote to shut off the TV. When a small hand grabs my arm, I was like, ah! knocked her knocked Olivia right off the bed. Badonk. She was like, Mom. I was like, my God, Olivia, I'm so sorry. She was like, why'd you knock me off the bed? I was like, okay, you just scared the ever living daylights out of me. In the dark, grab my arm. Are you crazy? Like, what's wrong with you? She was like, I was awake. I'm like, okay, well, now so am I. So we don't let kids sleep in our beds. But she was like, the thunder, and it was thundering and lightning, and I was just like, okay, just go to sleep. um but anyway, it was pretty funny. Ah, boy. So this hair, wow, this is interesting. Okay, so I want to tell you something. So a long time, like, it's happened to me a bunch of times, but I dated this guy who was somewhat broken, because weren't all of my boyfriends at some point broken? And I poured everything I had into this guy. Like, literally everything I had, because it gave me like validation. If I'm being completely honest, I dated guys who needed fixing because it made me feel better about myself. Why else would anybody willingly take on a broken man and be like, I can fix you? Because it makes us feel good. Like, our love is the saving serum of the world. Anyway, I know there are a lot of you watching right now going, girl, I've done the same thing. You know I have. I'm probably doing it right now. So, a year and a half, I date him and I pour everything I have into him, literally, and teach him about love and about communication and about commitment, which is ironic, but stick with me. This is going somewhere. And he ends up leaving me after a year and a half for a girl he worked with. He ended up marrying her, and they have 3 kids. When he first left me and was with this girl, I was heartbroken. I was like, how, what? Like, I gave him everything I had. So what? Now he just goes and, like, she gets the best of him. So I date the crap version and she gets the Jamie has seasoned you and now you're perfect one. And it got me thinking when a woman wrote to me yesterday and said, I was with my fiance for 5 years. We went to therapy together. We traveled together. We lived together. We lived this life together. We went through death and loss and love and all of these things. And he left me for someone else. And now he's marrying her and they're perfect. And like, so what? I did all the work and she gets the reward. And I thought, oh, I know that all too well. I know that feeling. Ugh. Infuriating and heartbreaking. However, here is what I have come to learn. There are times where we have to put the work into somebody else to better them, to strengthen them, to teach them how to love, to take the anger away so that they can be good for the person they are meant to be with. That is the truth. Sometimes our period in someone's life, our reason or our season, is simply to get them over the hump, to get them where they need to be so that they can stay on their course. See, we think it's all about us. We think we're in charge of our destiny, that we do the planning, but the truth is it's been laid out for us and we just have to sort of stay on the yellow brick road. So often people come into our lives and we know deep down inside they're not right for us. We know the friendship isn't right. We know the love isn't right, but we pour everything we have into it. And when it doesn't work, instead of feeling relieved, like dodged a bullet, because I knew it wasn't going to work, I knew it wasn't right. The whole time my intuition was telling me this wasn't right. We feel jaded. We feel slighted, like we put the work in and now they're going to give that to someone else. And what I say is, how many times have guys and girls broken up, and the girl will be like, oh, look, so he never would do X, Y, and Z with me, but now he's with her and he's putting pictures on Facebook and he's roller skating and he's like doing picnics, but never with me. Doesn't that tell you he was not right for you? He was not meant for you. How many times I have seen friendships, one girlfriend who broke my heart, I'll be heartbroken for the rest of my life, would never give me what I needed in the friendship. I would almost beg her for certain things. She would never give it to me, but so freely gave it to other friends. And I thought, when I ended the friendship, because I was like, I can't take this anymore. This is blatant rejection. I realized that my season in her life, however long, was over. She didn't need what I was bringing to the table anymore. She needed to go on and be giving of herself in other friendships. And once the initial hurt was over, I was actually happy for her. Like, I am so glad that you have found friends that are finally bringing out in you what I have always seen in you. I wasn't the right person to bring it out, but there are others, and I love that for you. You will get there, because right now I'm like, I know you're like, no, girl, no, he didn't picnic with me, but he's picnicking with her, no. But I am telling you that sometimes we come into somebody else's life not because they need us, we need them, but because they need us. It is our job to get them where they need to be to move on. So don't see it as a failure. See it as your part in someone else's destiny. And I know that seems a little whimsical, and when, we all get jaded and whatever. And by the way, when he first left me and got with her, I was not thinking that. I was thinking, I hope you both fall madly in love and get like I don't even know, become shut-ins and eat your weight in Entenmann's and like never leave the house and just get really, really fat and miserable or something. But I didn't really want that for them. And look, she was his forever. So great. You're welcome, girl. I put the work in and got him to the place where he was the marrying kind. You're welcome for your family. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. You're welcome. So I just want you to be thinking about that. Sometimes the work we put into someone else is for them so they can continue on their journey. And be their best self for someone else. I know it sucks sometimes. It does. Like when you train an employee and you get them exactly where they need to be and they're finally stellar and they take another job and you're like, wait, what? Really? I know that. It's happened to me. All right. It is hump day, folks. I love you so much today. Have a great day.